Facebook. We're in what city or what state? We're in Ohio. I think we've been through like 3 states today, and we have a couple more to go. 4 states. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm just along for the ride. I get to write and look at this beautiful country, and I'm grateful. So I mentioned earlier today that I was going to. Did anybody join in? Can you hear me? Is the wind too much? Can you like do a thumbs up or something? If it is, and then I'll do something different. But anyway, so today I'm actually celebrating 90 days sober. I'm pretty proud of myself. It's been quite a task for me, and I'm pretty proud of myself. So I decided to write in a poem. I'm able to express my words easier that way versus saying them. Sometimes I stumble over my words, but I'm a professional thumb typer, so I've been typing away. And did anybody say that it was good? Okay, so here we go. So it's a little bit of a long one, so I hope you stay along and listen to the whole thing. Okay, it's called It. 90 days today, sober, from my drug of choice, pot. I went almost 41 years without it. I'm almost 43. It got to me. My anxiety, my depression, my bipolar. I told myself it was helping. What happened is I was neglecting. I wasn't dealing. Sleeping good was only a myth. At least for me anyways. It made my mind think faster. I was a disaster. Not knowing how to tame my demon, I ended up feeding it. It made me want it even more, when all I wanted was to adore me. I'd spent 22 years of my life only making it. I raised my kids and had so many good times, I forgot about my ability to rhyme. I'm grateful for pot for one reason. I believe it brought me back to me. It helped me remember to write while trying to get me right. It made me see things differently, which wasn't necessarily good, while I lived in the hood. There were gunshots, drugs everywhere. I met amazing people trying to get by, just like I was. I kept telling myself my current situation isn't my final destination. When I went for a run, I'd listen to Brown and Robbins. I'd also listen to myself. I had the recordings to my radio show that I used to have. I'd listen to them on YouTube. I was reminded to #pause, reflect, move forward. The inspirational words had me glued to the possibility of being free. Looking back on my life and at some of the things that happened to me. How I survived, simply trying to get by. In my room at that condo, I stared at a blank wall. So I decided to decorate. I wrote words of faith, things I wanted to do, who would help me make a difference, and then it was painted over. I cried. But you see, I'd looked at that wall for so long, and I'd add to it daily. It was my baby. It grew, I'd say 8 feet by 5 feet, over 9 months, only for it to be taken away due to ego. But I remembered why I started it, why I put it there, and why it was covered up. I had embedded it in my mind so much, it reminded me to grind and find me. I love myself completely. Do what you have to do to get to your glad. You will make it through. Don't give up. Fill your cup so much that it overflows so you can share with others. Don't hide under the covers or behind drugs. They give you bugs and you'll itch like a fiend, and you may wind up being mean. To ones that love you the most, toast with water in your wine glass or even a beer mug. I'm rich in love, in faith, in my ability to create something from nothing. I'm so proud of myself. No caffeine, no prescriptions, no alcohol, no drugs. I did it. This was 20 of 30 in this series of hashtag 30 different poems in 30 days. Thank you so much for being a part of my journey and watching me grow and fall. But, every time I fall, I always get back up stronger than I was before. I come from a long line of strong women, and I'd like to think that I'm making my mommy proud and my kids proud and my daddy proud, and I'm grateful for you. I can't see your comments, and if you have comments, I'll do my best to go back and answer them or not answer them, because as I've learned as I've aged, that just because people ask you questions doesn't mean that you have to answer them. So I'm reminding you today to pause, reflect, move forward, and thank you so much for being a part of my journey. This is Holly Dress On, not Holly Dress Off. Bye!